Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de The Alzheimer's Association y The Ad Council.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, call 988 for free, confidential, and compassionate support. On July 16th, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is transitioning to 988. There is hope. For 24/7 support, call, text, or chat 988.
Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
First, I hold my hands out like they're on a steering wheel. Then I look over my shoulder. Next, I put it in reverse.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome into The Breeze with DP and Haas on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into Ticket Weekends. I am Harrison Arn joining the board. We got the host of The Breeze, DP and Haas, as always, streaming in today as DP's traveling. Haas is back home as always. But again, if you want to join the show, start our Hammond text line 402-464-5685, as well as we are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo channel 951. So again, plenty of ways to join the show and put in your input. But Haas, I'll bring it to you first. There's plenty of storylines to talk about. I'm sure Crawford's going to come in here sooner or later. But where do you want to go, man?
So DP, you know, the most interesting promos in wrestling, the best speakers in wrestling are often the ones that are allowed the most time and they get to say what they want and there's no script. So there's no script with us. There'll be no script today. Get to see and hear what's on your mind. I want to first hear about your birthday because, man, there's so much that happens day by day, week by week, month by month in your life. What do birthdays mean to you? And what did you get to do this past week for your birthday?
Oh,
Couldn't hear
DP. He might have had the.
Oh, no worries.
Oh, he can't. Okay.
Well,
but yeah, for those who missed it, DP, I think he was it 61.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll speak for DP. It's okay. You're good. You're good. No worries. So I want to ask DP when you get his audio back to talk about his week, talk about his birthday, to give us knowledge because there's purposes for birthdays, weddings, funerals. They do things for us, and so want to hear his thoughts on that. The story outside of wrestling for me, I'm a little concerned about the Colts right now. How do you do that to your star running back? How do you do that? And Irsay has been that kind of guy. I don't want to go there as a free agent. Why would I want to sign with the Colts? They were blessed Peyton Manning, and that's the only reason why they were successful. They were blessed Marvin Harrison, and that's the only reason why they're successful. But is this guy the Donald Sterling of the NFL? Like, what are your thoughts on being a running back in the NFL, number one, and then number two, being a player for the Indianapolis Colts, Harrison?
Yeah, so that right now, because with Jonathan Taylor, that's a guy that yeah, they need to give him money. It's kind of the same way I felt with Saquon Barkley. These running backs, it's so tough right now. It feels like you get two bags. You get your rookie deal bag, and then you get your second, whatever that second contract looks like. And then from there on out, it's just slim pickings to try to get in that third contract. Unless you are an elite top of the ladder running back, it just feels. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know what the solution is, Haas. Because
Barkley and Taylor are elite, and they're 26 and 24. They're not 30.
My solution is pay them. But with the running backs in the league, like all these owners and all, they're just looking at it like a piece of the pie, and they can just kind of get away with maybe having a two-back system, not paying that guy the third. And I don't want to say it's like they're all in collusion, but it feels like if you don't have to pay big money, knowing that none of these other organizations are going to be paying big money for running backs. Therefore, there's still going to be some good ones left on the list. You don't have to give your whole bank over. So I don't know what the long-term fix is. I feel bad for Jonathan Taylor. I feel like he definitely deserves that contract, but that's just where I'm at with it. And we do got DP back. DP, hopefully you can hear us. I don't know if you can yet.
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay, awesome. We got DP back. But Haas, I'll let you respond, and then we can actually dive into DP's day.
So DP, we're talking about the Colts and what is it like as a running back in the NFL right now, and what is it like to want to be a free agent and go to Indianapolis with Jim Irsay as the owner? What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I think what's happening is it's becoming common. It's common into thinking that you can devalue a group of people, players, etc., out of convenience, out of financial convenience, and it has nothing to do with anything other than ego and lack of awareness. First of all, I mean, what kind of unaware arrogance is there to not know that Jonathan, that he's the face of the franchise? He's the face of the organization. As a matter of fact, more so than Irsay. Irsay believes this is about him, and it's not. Like, he thinks it's all about him, and this is the thing that happens way too often. Someone needs to whisper to him, you do realize that your jersey isn't the top seller, that you're not the name that people chant when they come to Lucas Oil Stadium on Sundays, and nobody's tuning in to watch you. So for you to say, well, it's not your time. No, it is his time. It is his time. He's earned it. He's earned it in all the work that got him to college, all the work that got him drafted because, I don't know, you picked him. You picked him. And then you ride him. You ride him. He's been the only constant. So, yeah, I mean, look, it becomes convenient to me, and I don't want to go offshoot it, but it becomes too convenient to make similar faces your face. And I understood with Manning and you know, with Luck, but they've not been real free in putting other people as the face of Indianapolis Colts football. Well, I hate to tell you, you have a face. He's super talented. He's elite even. He's elite. And if you don't want him, be a decent enough human. Forget about the owner thing. Be a decent enough human to treat somebody that leaves body parts all over the NFL for you. Be decent enough to treat them decent. Like, that's what the whole owner thing, come on, do better for your people because you can. Not because you have to, but because you can.
when you were off the air, I was like, is he the Donald Sterling of the NFL? With just how opinionated he gets and how he just tries to pour gasoline on stories, and he
he's
hurts the
gas.
cause.
Hoss, he's gasoline in pure full form. That's what he does on a daily basis, like in how he lives his life. And look, you can track Irsay and what it is. And first of all, give credit to why you're there. Like, you're in that position. If your name was Tom Johnson, you wouldn't be the owner of Indianapolis Colts. You got it because of who your parents and who your grandparents were. Stop it. Like, just stop it.
Well, how does it change? Do all the running backs just say, I'm out? Because then they'll go to the next string running back, or what is it? Because you can't have 5 stud running backs on the 49ers.
You can. Look, if they're going to treat you right. No, if they're going to treat you right, go where it is. I mean, look, we understand that the brand, that they're all about the brand. They're all about the logo. And that Jay Foreman has said this 100 times, that there is a collective, that nobody is bigger than the logo. And so I get that. But also within that, what makes the logo important is not the logo, but the people who represent the logo and give value to the logo. If running backs say, okay, the next public agreement, we're going to be on top of the list. Let me tell you, the quarterbacks are going to agree with them. The offensive linemen are going to agree with them. The middle linebackers, those big money-making pass rushers and linebackers, they're going to agree with them. Because if they can devalue the running back position, they will very soon devalue every position. And that's when they have to stand together. This is the time. Yeah, absolutely. Stand up. Make your statement. Somebody was talking about Wilt Chamberlain being a selfish businessman back in the day. But then everybody else said, no, the reality is if Wilt doesn't stand up, none of us get paid what we're being paid now. It has to happen. Jonathan Taylor, look, be the stand-up guy. It's required. It happens. And it happens. It's cyclical. It happens every 8 years or so where they forget the value of running backs in the NFL. Just like the devaluing of big men in the NBA and devaluing of closers in Major League Baseball, or having power hitting third baseman in baseball. There's a time where it goes the other direction. And then common sense takes over and they go, okay, I guess we better pay these guys after all.
Yeah, for me, the narrative of they can't play after 30, but Saquon's 26 and Jonathan Taylor's 24, and you don't want to pay them. Saquon got his money, but you really had to fight for it. 26 is 4 or 5 seasons away from 30.
This is how funny this is. Nobody asked the next question. Why don't they have value after 30? Because we abused them for the first 5 years. We literally put entire organizations on their back and then demand that they stay at a level. But they also forget that every now and then, Walter Payton, John Riggins, guys come late in their career, Otis Anderson, who took the Giants to the Super Bowl. You forget the value of it. And listen, give them their due when it's due. Like, if you know that there's a 5-year cycle to it, pay them in the first 5 years. That would be the common sense thing. But again, ownership is not necessarily about common sense.
So 2 things on the 49ers side to just show you the running backs. So Shanahan, following his dad's mindset, I can take late round running backs and I can make us formidable. And he's done that. And he's put in Mostert at running back. He's put in 5th, 6th round undrafted running backs in there, and they've been successful. But then they got Christian McCaffrey. They got an elite running back finally got their hands on an elite running back. And they also have a different elite running back in Deebo Samuel. So 2 elite running backs. What did that do to the Niners offense? It allowed them to have someone like me be the quarterback and win 8 straight games. So what is wrong with these owners?
Hoss, a lot of it is it's the stuff that goes beyond, and there's a disconnect between owners and fans. There's a huge connection gap between owners of football teams and running backs, and the image of the running back, and who the running backs are, who the elite running backs are. They tend to lean towards people who remind them of them, and they make decisions based on that. It's a sad thing to say, but it's the absolute. That it's the person. It's just like in hiring the coach. The coach is the most talked about, most seen, most considered. And a lot of owners only hire or pay at value what resembles them. They don't have the ability to say, man, I really have value for the guy that's going to get me through the most important games of the season. Somebody has to tell them, yeah, no, your middle linebacker is important, bro. I hate to tell you, your defensive tackles are important. We can't win championships without it. Hey, we can't win NFL titles. The unicorns have changed the discussion, and owners tend to chase the unicorn in the room rather than the substance in the room. The substance in the room, the thoroughbred in the room is running backs. The unicorns, look, Patrick Mahomes, he's one of one. He's one of one. And everybody else is chasing the unicorn and trying to win like Kansas City does. Well, you can't, because there's only one. And it happens in football. Wait a minute. Tom Brady, unicorn. He was a unicorn. Like, you can't do what Hoodie did. Hoodie can't do what Hoodie did without Tom Brady, right? So if you took Mahomes off the Chiefs, guess what? They wouldn't be the Chiefs anymore. They would be a whole different thing. So listen, pay the guys that make you good with the opportunity to be great. And then the elite people at whatever position they are. That's my thing. No matter what position you play, if you're elite at that position, then you should be paid as being elite in that position. He's one of the top 5 in the position in the entire world. He's one of the top 5 in what he does. Pay the man.
Harrison, I'm gonna throw you a question real quick, but I'll give you a second. Right. I'm gonna talk about the Jets because DP hit something where he talked about the coach, and for me, I'm thinking about which coach do I really enjoy but is quiet. And it's a little crazy because we're gonna have Hard Knocks and we're gonna have the Aaron Rodgers show, but the Jets to me have a coach that I really like and an identity that I really like. The defense that they have embodies their coach. What do you think of the Jets coming into the season?
Well, last year they showed they had a solid defense, so you're feeling good walking into that. Jets defense last year was phenomenal. Honestly, roster-wise, if Aaron Rodgers can get that team clicking on offense, last year's defense did their job and then some. They might actually be a pretty solid team. If I'm looking in on the Jets as a big uptick this year, like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets are a phenomenal roster. It's really up to me on like how fast Rodgers can connect to that offense, how well that works together. Knowing Rodgers and his experience at Green Bay, we'll see if it's a smooth transition, but it seems like Rodgers is ready to play. The defense is there. I don't see any reason why they can't pop off next year.
So the reason why I bring that up is twofold again. The Jets with their defense and Mike White at quarterback, they were successful when Breece Hall was there. They were very successful when Breece Hall was there. Oh, it's a running back. You play defense, you hand the ball off, and you beat people up. That's how you win. That's how the 49ers win. Unless you have Mahomes, unless you have Brady, you have to win with defense and in the trenches. And the trenches means control the game, control the clock, control it with the running back. And so to me, that just means, Jim Irsay, you are Donald Sterling. You are ruining the NFL. You are bad for the sport.
Yeah, he's literally. Well, here's the thing: the only people that can control Irsay is the other owners. It's the other owners, and until he hurts them directly, they're perfectly fine. They were just like Daniel Snyder. They're perfectly fine with them screwing up his own team, right? Because he's not going to ruin their value because they need somebody to beat up on and to look good. So bravo to what they were previous to that. But every Jets team, every great Jets team was a running team. Every single, even the Namath Super Bowl Jets had Matt Snell and Emerson Boozer, who did all the basic banging for Joe Namath, and he made 6 throws in the playoffs that were elite and got a Super Bowl MVP out of it. But the heavy lifting, the running backs, Curtis Martin, John Riggins.
Exactly.
You can go through the history of it. Lamont Jordan, Maryland's own. Like, if you go through and understand what it is, Aaron Rodgers will tell you he's much better. He's elite. Aaron Rodgers is elite when he has an elite runner. Like Tom Brady, listen, for what he did, his elite runners just happen to be Gronk. Like, he just simply dumped and chased until, and then he stretched with it. They had decent running backs. But you can't chase the unicorn, man. That's not how it works. 31 teams have to rely. The Buffalo Bills have finally realized we need a runner. We need a runner, for crying out loud. The Minnesota Vikings, available. Right? Like, well, that's the thing. Kirk Cousins is about to find out. He's about to find out. Oh my goodness gracious! I need that dude. Like, I don't understand why it gets complicated, but there are people who need to get out of their own way. It's not good for, they say that, well, the running game isn't sexy and it doesn't make for good NFL Sunday watching. But that's coming from people that don't watch the game the way fans do. What I want to see is my team being dominant and competent, and I want to see them being elite. I want to see more of the elite players. That's what the NFL is. The NBA is that. Major League Baseball is that. I love the day-to-day stuff, but we pay tickets. We buy tickets for the elite. And then we watch what the elite allow the other good players to become great at. That's the whole thing behind it. And coaching is just identifying, one, who my elite guy is. Think about your favorite football team and ask who is the player that you want to impact the game on the most plays. And they say quarterback. But okay, that negates out, that balances out. Then who? And if it's Jerry Rice, oh my goodness, how much better does it make Roger Craig and Ricky Waters? Right? Like, you have to know that each thing is required. Owners just need to come out of the owner box, talk to your fans. Don't talk to the people who write the biggest checks. Talk to the fans. The fans will tell you. And if any fan in Indianapolis got a chance, or the Jets, hey, listen, we got an elite guy now. Now you got to protect him and you got to give him some help. That's what ownership should be.
And then real quick, before we go to break here, do you guys catch Irsay's quote when he kind of talks more about Jonathan Taylor? I'll read it real quick here. It just kind of further shows the disconnect that you were talking about, DP. He says, if I die tonight and Jonathan Taylor is out of the league, no one's going to miss us. I'll tell you right now, if Jonathan Taylor is out of the league, people are going to miss Jonathan Taylor. At first, I say no one's going to care. That's a reach. But you can't say if Jonathan Taylor's out of the league, how would no one notice? That's like you said, that's a running back who's just elite, and everyone's excited to see what he can become. He's young, as Haas has said multiple times. He's nowhere near his prime yet. But Haas, I cut you off. I'll let you wrap it up here. We'll go to break.
One, we'd watch the XFL in every game, and we'll know what time Jonathan Taylor's playing. So, but that's wrong. Here's what I was going to say going into break. Look, Husker fans, you need a football team to cheer for during Sundays. How about the team that can run the triple option? That's my ploy. That's my plug for you guys. You want a Rathman? You want a Lawrence Phillips, Amon Green. Well, the Niners, they got juice. They got everyone that can look like Nebraska, and they love to run in the ball, and they love to disguise and go right, go left. Running the ball is just an imagination in how you can trick the defense. And that's the way the Huskers played in the 90s, and that's the way the Niners play now. So Husker fans, go watch the 49ers and become 49er fans. That's all I got to say. We got to go to break.
Yeah, we'll throw the break here, and we did get some from the text line. Hold on through the break. I'll get to you guys to open up the next segment. But again, 402-464-5685. This is The Breeze. That's Haas in DP. I'm Harrison, pushing the ones and twos. We'll catch you guys on the other side of the break.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club, or space club, and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? No, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margarita, like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco basket. Grab the crew and head on over. Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th Pine Lane.
You deserve the best. Liberty First MasterCard, you can pay down your high-rate debt and could save hundreds when you transfer the balance. The Liberty First Credit Union MasterCard has no balance transfer fees, no cash advance fees, and no annual fee. And with a fixed rate as low as 9.99% APR, and you choose rewards, you'll be able to manage your card your way. Visit libertyfirstcu.com. Rates and terms are based on your credit and subject to change. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Sometimes playing with a healthy fear is good because it makes you go, 100 out. Because the more tentative you are, I always told kids, I said, listen, if you don't like this and you don't want to play, don't play. Because you're going to be worse off and get probably hurt more by being tentative in your play as opposed to playing all out.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Repeat after me. I will not touch the fuse box.
I will probably not touch the fuse box.
Sip, do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember.
What happened?
Half of the city block lost power.
And?
My chicken condo went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do we do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-3415 or online at ambitionelectric.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and it is Truck Month at Koppel, and we are pulling out all of the stops for this gigantic event. The lots are starting to fill, and we have some great deals for you waiting in Louisville. Brand new GMC Sierra Light Duty and new Silverado Light Duty trucks. All trim levels have up to $4,000 in discounts. That's right, up to $4,000 off all new light duty trucks right now at Koppel, so do not wait. Now is the time to buy a new truck, so stop on in or visit us online at koppelcars.com. You must have a trade-in and finance with Koppel. All deals with approved credit.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. And you can check out our spaces before you visit in person with a virtual campus tour. An opportunity to see our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford as you learn about our programs and areas of study. There are virtual tours of our learning centers too. We can even take you on a personalized virtual tour. Learn more on our website, southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Welcome into The Breeze with DP Haas. 93.7 Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the breeze. I am Harrison. That's Haas. Both streaming in today. And again, if you guys want to join the show, Starter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. Streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo channel 951. Great way to put a face to the voice. And again, we did get quite a few comments through that first segment, so I do want to get to some of those real quick. The first one comes from Notorious Bib. Notorious BIB. He says, how about Travis Kelce punching a teammate in the head during practice? Do you guys, that was against Boodle, I believe that's the one he's referring to. I don't know if you guys caught that one. They got in a little bit of a scuffle there.
It's not like Pool Boy getting knocked out by Draymond. Like football, that's what happens. Training camp, you have all those fights. So cool.
Well, you know, we got to be honest that one of the few times that Chiefs fans in the Nebraska area were against Travis Kelce for punching a Husker in the head. Like you can't just look. You can't go around punching Huskers, Kelce. I don't care how well. I don't care how cool you are, or how fun your Enzo dances are, or how close you are to Patrick Mahomes. You do not lay hands on a Husker, bruh. Better up. Do better.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. Honestly, when I saw the video, when I kind of see those things happening during camp, I'm like, oh, okay, let's go. They're getting physical, you know, because I want to see that. You know, I want Boodle to be just taking it, you know. You kind of want to see some fire in there, and as long as it's not Jordan Poole, Draymond level, who cares, right? It's going to be physical. It's a physical game.
Well, I think, but we know that about Boodle, right? Like we appreciate, like, okay, get him, Boodle.
Yeah.
Okay,
we'll take that. You don't take that weak stuff if you're a Husker. But
Oh,
no, it's
man.
all. And then one, John and Cortland, you're going to like this one, Haas. Kind of talking about you if you're a Husker fan, be a 49er fan. He says, preaching to the choir, young sir, since 1973 Niners. So John and Cortland, longtime Niners fan, agrees with the comparisons there. And then see if we got any more here. Someone asked how much money Jonathan Taylor was asking for. Did that come out? I know his deal was just below $1 million, 2021. What do you guys know what his actual asking number was? Because I don't know if we've actually been led to believe that.
Hold on. DP, this one's too easy. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much he asked for. Look,
Pay the man.
Well, I mean, it's just like most of these. I mean, this is business. This isn't emotional. This is business. And as you know, to quote the great Vincent Kennedy McMahon, you make good to business decisions based on what's good for business. This is good for Jonathan Taylor is good for business. He's good for the gate. He's good for your defensive coordinator who, I don't know, in a division where the defense gets just run through, get a chance to sit on the sideline, regroup, recharge, re-rest, reboot. Yeah, because otherwise those 3 and outs show up on the scoreboard. So pay the man whatever he wants. I don't care what the number is.
I just figured it out. I know what Irsay's doing. We were all naive. He's trying to move the team. He's trying to move the team. That's what he's doing. He's trying to ruin the team and then
where would he get that from? It's not like it's genetic. It's not like it's not in the DNA. Listen, and first of all, why? Why? Like, just having spent time in that arena, in that town, it's a Colts town. Like, it's a Colts town. So I don't understand devaluing the thing that you're trying to give the most value to. Like, hey, let me take the most valuable asset I have. And he, without question, is the greatest asset in the Colts organization. Not even close. Like, it's just not. And I'm going to devalue him publicly on purpose. Why? Like, I don't. Like, get out of your limo, Jim. Get out of your limo. Get out of your party van. Put whatever entertainment you have away. Put it away and focus. I'm here for you, Jim Irsay. Let me help you. He is the franchise, not you. Right now, he's the franchise. You will be there after he's gone. Facts. But while he's there, he's more important than you are.
Jim Irsay looking up where can he watch Major League? Netflix Major League. How do I get rid of the Cleveland Indians?
Oh man, he really is becoming that. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
So DP, when in the beginning, what I mentioned was in wrestling, it's really cool. The best promos happen when the wrestlers are given free reign. There's no script. They just get to say what they want. And what's cool about our show is we say what's on our mind. We get to say, hey, I'm just going to transition to this because I feel like it. And so we started with the show and we talked about DP had his 61st birthday. DP did a lot of things last week. He does a lot of things every day. He did a lot of things week to week, month to month, year to year. And the beauty about birthdays and weddings and funerals are very sad, but all these things have reasons. What did you enjoy the most about your birthday, and what do birthdays mean to you?
Wow. There's so much in that.
And
There's
for
so
the
much.
listeners, I'm trying to give them a TEDx on the breeze. So that's why I did it.
Each one, I'm celebrating this amazing opportunity every day. An accumulation of, as Haas likes to say, greatnesses. And a birthday is a chance to inhale, breathe in, reset, reload, rebrand, and realize that you have so much good in your world when you stop and think about it. You have so much love in your world. I've just been inundated. I spent quite a bit of time just trying to respond to people who loved on me over the course of the last few days. And I want to respond to everybody in exact the same way that they responded to me. That's what love does, is it reciprocates, multiplies, and then it spreads. And people loving on me allowed me to love on people, allowed me to love on others, allowing other people to come in and feel love, get love, be where love is present. But it's also the opportunity to stop and say thank you. Because 5 years ago, 9 years ago, 11 years ago, there are different things that came up, that where this could, I could not have been here today. There are things that could have ended it. And each day I enjoy the day. It's 22,282. That's how many sunrises, sunsets, opportunities, and then accomplishments, because I got through. And no matter what I went through, whatever stresses were there, whatever frictions existed, none of them beat me. None of them got me. So, yeah, 61 years. That's that's a lot of living. But hopefully, I'm grateful enough and blessed enough to say thank you to everybody that's listening, everybody that's watching, everybody who's reached out, everybody who is a part of our collective days, lives, moments, lessons, memories. That at 61, I like to take my birthday to go back and talk to 10-year-old me, to 7-year-old me. And then it's that thing, Harrison, this is more to you than to Haas, but Haas understands it. That if I talked to Haas 10 years ago and told him where he would be, where we would be today, Harrison, if I talked to you 10 years ago and said, this is where you'll be in the life that you'd be living, we need to have those conversations, one with ourselves and two with others, to just say, this wonderful thing that is life, man. It's a wonderful opportunity. Buckle up, man. Buckle up and enjoy the ride. If I told 7-year-old me some of the things that we've done, 7-year-old me wouldn't believe me. As a matter of fact, 50-year-old me wouldn't believe me. 55-year-old me wouldn't have believed me. You know, I've known my brothers and sisters for 6 years, 6 of 61 years. I've known Lincoln, Nebraska for just over 3. I've known Harrison for just that long. I've known Haas for almost 20 years now. And you think about it, birthdays just are meant to make you stop, appreciate, be grateful for the blessing that is life. And to every single person listening, thank you for hanging out with us, for being a part of my 61 years, for making my 61 years better than I could have possibly imagined. I'm thankful for Harrison. I'm thankful for Haas. I'm thankful for the ticket. I'm thankful for Lincoln, Nebraska, for Husker Nation, for the state of Nebraska, for Omaha, for the world, for loving on me. And it's just a birthday that reminds you to love back.
That's it. Love it. Lots of gems there. And the big takeaways from that, no matter what age you're at in your life, there's always room for growth. There's always room for growth. So the things that DP accomplished from 60 to 61, it's like, wow. So if you're 25, imagine what you can accomplish by the time you're 26. If you're 40, imagine what you can accomplish by the time you're 41. If you're 80, there's still things you can accomplish. And so birthdays, being there one more day, in the words of DP, that allows you to do it. And so don't live your life with regret. Having a birthday is a blessing. It means you got to one more day, one more month, one more year. So to not live in regret, to go back and be like, I did all these things, or these are the things I want to do and I haven't done it. Well, now's your chance. Now's your chance to reset it and go do it.
Well, we laugh because even in a life of accomplishment and joy and pleasure and bliss, we have so much shared joy and love and things that we now commonly enjoy and we commonly laugh about, and we combined in our enthusiasm for. There's always new moments, and Haas and I will celebrate a new moment next Sunday. Next Sunday, Haas, let them know where we're broadcasting from, man.
Oh, man.
Then we'll go to break. Drop the news, and we can go to break after.
So it's pretty cool. DP and I get to go to SummerSlam and hang out as part of media next week in Detroit. So we doing that. Catch a little bit of Tigers Rays, but obviously we could talk about wrestling for the last segment. And oh man, there's so much to look forward to for SummerSlam. It's going to be an exciting weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm super excited for that, Haas. I know that's going to be an awesome. And I texted you before. You've just been on a roll lately, man. You got the TED Talk going. Now you're going to be at you're going to go WWE event as part of the media. Like, you've been on it's been a nice year for you. He's talking about what DP's accomplished, 60-61. Been a hell of a year for you too. It's just awesome. It's awesome to see a ticket grow. And again, happy belated birthday to DP. I'm glad you showed up in Lincoln when you did. It's been a hell of a ride at the ticket so far, and I can't wait to see where it goes next. But with that being said, we'll throw it to break. I'm Harrison. That's DP and Haas. We'll go to break here. We got one more segment, and then we'll wrap things up here on The Breeze.
Actively preparing for spring. Things like getting new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best we can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. We're on the brink of spring cleanups for all of our existing customers and have limited spots left. We trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give us a call today at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of our designers and get ready for Tailored Life's grand opening in Bennett.
You know that feeling after a good, hearty meal? Worries of the world just slip away. Time slows down. Nothing but good times and good company. That's what you get with Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Mary Ellen's does food right, with a menu that includes smoked wings, pulled pork, brisket, catfish, and don't sleep on their sides, shrimp and grits, collard greens, baked beans. It's food that makes your heart happy. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul, just east of 27th and Pineland. Let them fix you a plate.
Hey there.
Hi, honey.
Uh-oh.
Remember we told Jamie and Mike about Liberty First Credit Union, how great their checking account and car loans are, the amazing service we get, and how we love being members?
Yeah.
Well, they took our advice. Jamie said how easy it was to move all their accounts and become members. Now they say they're banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union.
Learn more about being a member at libertyfirstcu.com. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Member NCUA.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Problem gambling affects more than the gambler. It affects spouses, children, extended family members, and friends. If you are a loved one who's struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 476-2300.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yes, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's effort. It's the entire dealership. Sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Welcome into the Breeze with DP and Haas on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the Breeze. On the last segment, I'm Harrison. That's DP and Haas streaming in. And again, if you guys want to join the show, Sarver Heyman text line 402-464-5685. Great way to join the show there. And streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo Channel 951. Great way to put a face to the voice and join the show. But Haas, we got a little bit of time left. We did have one more comment talking about the beating Crawford put on Errol Spence Jr. And again, we talked a little bit about that one on Lloyd's and Lincoln on the last segment. So again, we don't have time for it here. Ticketfm.com. You catch that on Lloyd's and Lincoln podcast. We broke that down. But Haas, we're looking at about 5 minutes here. Where do you kind of want to break down with?
So I guess I won't read Jim Irsay's text to me. That's fine. I'll ignore that for right now. I'll come back to your statement that the success or all the great things that are happening for me in the last couple of weeks. Harrison, here's my advice for you if you haven't heard this before. And this is my advice for the listeners. Surround yourself with greatnesses. When you surround yourself with success, when you surround yourself with people that are doing good things, with positivity, with love instead of negativity, hate, and all those darkness, then the rising tide lifts all boats. So that's the key. You just surround yourself with greatnesses. You do that as you grow up, and we'll be carrying your luggage, Harrison.
Let's hope so. I think right now, I'm sitting in a good spot. If that's what's going to help in life. I only got a few Hall of Famers running around in here. We got DP, business guru at this point. We got a couple TEDx. I got some good people around me right now. But yeah, no, it's been awesome. And I keep saying it as we get closer to getting ready to move downtown. Haas, man, one of these times you got to come down to Lincoln just so you can hang out in the studio in person downtown. But it's just going to be a game changer. And I just can't say I'm thankful enough for the opportunity. It's just been incredible. It's great because you're kind of seeing everyone else, elevate too. And that just always feels great. I think it's, Ricky C. Simmons talks about it all the time, but, you got to be happy for others. And right now, with the way the ticket's going, just not even the ticket community in Lincoln, just feels elevated. It feels like everything's on the way up. Friends, colleagues, everyone's doing well. Everyone's healthy. Obviously, we had the scary news with, Bryant James, USC. As DP said, you just can't take anything for granted. You just really can't take anything. You got to take day by day, enjoy your birthdays. But yeah, no, man, it's been awesome.
The circle that you create, your inner circle, that as you get older, you'll know what I'm talking about, that who should really be there. The people that celebrate your wins and your success as if it was theirs, that's who's in your circle. So DP fully understands that.
For you on Facebook, it says DP and Haas, new tag team champions of the world at SummerSlam. The Haas and DP connection.
Hey, with Kevin Owens hurt, we could go. Is your arm good? Can you throw one elbow?
I only need to throw one. That's what we know. That's what we know. I only need to throw one. Look, in the greatest bump of all time, I could go in and be Andre the Giant. Haas does all the work, all the crossing, from side to side and off the top rope, and I just come in to close the deal.
My only request is you guys get a picture with Gunter. That's the one I need.
No, if you get that picture, you're going to need to post bail for me because that's the one that Look, I'm only going to see Drew McIntyre beat Gunter. There's no. That and to cheer when LA Knight doesn't win the Battle Royal. It just those are the two things. I don't care about what the other results are, but those two, if those two don't go down the way that I want them to, we riot. There's no other way. I'm charging the ring, and we got to get it right.
Awesome.
You're not allowed to make noise
on day one.
What's that?
Said you might lose your credentials on day one. You better hope it goes to plan.
Well, that's why I'll behave for this one so we get to WrestleMania, because we've already got that one in the bag, so I need to make sure that we don't screw it up.
It's close by in Philadelphia, so close by to me at least. So With that, when I look at SummerSlam, looking at it historically, SummerSlam is always about the surprise. So WrestleMania is predictable. It's the show. It's the fun thing. But SummerSlam is always the surprise. The cash-ins, the person returning who hasn't been there in a long time. So like Brock Lesnar's music hitting because he hasn't been there in a year. So is there a surprise that you're looking forward to, or a surprise that you can come up with that most people won't think of? Is it Jay winning with everyone joining Jay? Like Solo coming and helping Jay? Is that a surprise?
Yeah, I mean, he can't help Jay. He can't help Roman. That's part of this whole thing. The singles match was set up. The triple threat. The way the match was set up, the tribal combat. He can't help. Paul can't help. Nobody can help. It has to be man versus man to the end. And nobody can interfere, because what happens in family is that somebody often wants to help an elder or help a younger just because of that love for them. But this battle has to be 1 versus 1 with honor and tribute. And it's a great pull, great twist to it. But I think the real thing is what happens with Finn Balor. Do you allow that? And then does it cost? I can't imagine that they would cost it, because that would mean the end. That would mean the end of the faction for him to cash in the Money in the Bank, because it would be against Balor. Both of them losing to Seth on the night kills the faction. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I'm not sure. Yeah, there'll be some surprise returning wrestlers. I think that'll be in the battle royal as well. But I don't care who they're bringing. They should be the Undertaker coming in to beat LA Knight. That would be satisfactory.
Undertaker would be cool. Hulk Hogan and his experience in Detroit, that could be a thing. Who knows? Now, with your statement on the tribal chief match, the way Michael Cole was presenting it was it's anything goes. I think you're trying to say that because it's a tribal chief match, you let them fight. You don't mess with it. You don't interfere. You don't have three guys come in and put Brock Lesnar under the table. You just let them do it. The way he ended one of the shows, though, he was like, "What's gonna happen to Jay? Who's gonna be there for him?"
Well, I mean, I think Jimmy makes it there.
Oh yeah, of course.
But I don't think that he can't contribute, and they have to stand alone. Like there'll be a recrowning of it. There'll be the crowning of a tribal chief. Not sure who it'll be, but it'll be interesting to see. That's why we're going.
Can you take the belt off of Roman Reigns anywhere but WrestleMania?
Yes, because you can give it back to him at WrestleMania. You can give it back to him at WrestleMania. It gives him a slight break. It allows that to happen because he needs it with his body. He needs it, and he puts it through so much. But if they don't, we're not surprised either. Like I'm not sure what straps change hands next Sunday, but guess what? We'll be there. That's fantastic.
I know we have like 10 seconds. Is that match more important or more exciting, or is it the Brock Cody match?
No, that's the match. That's the match.
Can't wait to talk about it next week on The Breeze.
Oh, no. I have plenty to talk about next week on The Breeze. Again, every Sunday from 12 to 1 p.m. And again, ticketfm.com in case you missed the show or want to catch back anything you missed, as well as all the morning shows. This has been The Breeze. I'm Harrison. That's Haas and DP. And we will see you guys next Sunday.
Tell Jim Irsay to stop texting me. Jeez.